Ollie, first of all, just how hot and tough was it out there?
Yeah, it definitely was. Hot and windy day, so but it's good for us to practice that. We've got a few games up at Darwin and Adelaide early on, so we were prepared coming in, and yeah, we feel really prepared for those type of games, so it's a good test for us.
Just general vibe, chit chat with the boys after. Are you happy with just the way things panned out and the way some of it looked?
Yeah, definitely. We tried a lot of different things, but it definitely worked out for us. I thought we were really good as a collective, and across the day it was a good hit out.
Walk us through that mark, you flew pretty high there.
Yeah, I don't know. I just got lucky with the sit, I guess. But no, it was good kick by Paddy. So just got under it.
Have you done a little bit of training as well? Have a few teammates copped up?
I'll try my best, but no, nothing like that, I reckon. But yeah, on the bag, a few coaches. Riles hasn't been on the bag yet, but which is always good fun.
Round one of aim for you? Genuine aim?
What's that?
Round one is a serious aim?
Yeah, definitely. Well, that's always the aim, to play as much as AFL footy as possible. But yeah, I felt like I've had a good pre-season, so yeah.
What's clicked this summer? Seems like everyone you speak to talks you up and has been impressed by what you've done. What's sort of changed over summer for you?
I think I felt like I had a solid year last year, and then continuing that form over the off season, and then obviously Riles coming in has really helped me. I've really liked that, having a new forwards coach. Not that Nige was bad or anything, but no, Riles has been really good for me and just instilled confidence in me, and I feel like I'm playing with much more confidence this year.
James, we get reminded every year not to write off the Cats. I know you're new to the program, but it seems like it looks like that way. The old boys are performing really well again today. It must be a good sign, start of the season.
Yeah, obviously we want to play at that standard and keep pushing up and prove a few doubters wrong, I reckon. But yeah, we're obviously a healthy list. We got through a good pre-season. It was really hard to try and narrow the team down. As you would have seen, we had a lot of numbers. Our older guys really healthy, wanted to get game time into them, and then obviously the youngsters coming through, it was good to give them game time and expose them to the level.
What has stood out since you joined the Cats, James?
Yeah, it's probably the young talent I did know or wasn't there when I was previously there that are there and really knocking at the door, and have probably been there for sort of 2 or 3 years and ready for their opportunities. So we've still got a strong, experienced core, I know that, but there's a few guys knocking at the door to really push them, and that's only a good thing.
Are there a couple of names you can throw up that have really caught your eye?
Yeah, well, definitely the guys that played today. Obviously, Connor O'Sullivan in his first game today. Shawnee Manor, who got drafted, and then probably the ones we know. Jai Clark had a bit of a run around today. O'Sheen and Ollie, and then Shannon Neal, who's had a few games, but I thought he jumped at the ball pretty well today.
He's a big boy. Yeah, he's nice big kick on him as well.
Yeah, no, he is. What is he? 203?
203, yeah, 204. He's a big boy.
Moves like a gazelle. He's and he competed pretty well today.
How do you fit him all in? I mean, obviously we saw Jeremy sort of played up the ground a little bit today. Is that how you get a guy like Shannon a bit?
Yeah, there's no doubt. Obviously, you want Jeremy probably everywhere. He's pretty dangerous around goals, but we've seen him get up around stoppages and be pretty dangerous. And you see when he gets the ball, he can just find a target where others don't. So you've got to use both those strengths, I suppose.
Okay, one day on Cam Guthrie, pretty nasty.
Yeah, quad, but we don't know the severity of it. But there's a quad area.
What did you aim to get out of today when you came in? What was the mission?
Yeah, well, it was, as I said, because our older guys were really fit and healthy. We wanted to expose them, and then try and get as much game time into our younger crew and expose them to, Carlton had a reasonably strong side and get them out in the park, and then obviously it's always to play our system and play our way. And yes, it was hot and it was windy. It was a bit cooler in the coach's box, but we got a bit out of the game.
So have you set up today as with different targets to next week against Essendon? Like, will that take on a different approach?
I don't know the complete format, but we'll definitely have less on the bench, and it'll probably be a lot more like a round one clash and get ready for St Kilda.
How's the field after the game?
Yeah, I haven't seen him because he was over the other side, but I'm sure they'll look at it. We'll see what comes of it. But he's had a ripping pre-season. He hasn't missed a trick, so we'll see how it plays out.
Looks like outside perception that the Cats lack pace. It didn't look like it today.
No, and I think it's those young guys sort of coming through. The bit of speed. O'Sheen's got speed. We've got a lot of speed. up ahead of the ball with Ollie, and then we've got some guys on the wing. Mitch Nevitt was there. They've got speed, but they can also cover the ground pretty well.
What's the logic behind Max Holmes to half back?
Yeah. Oh, well, Mac, that was probably a good one to speak about. He's got that speed, and everyone's looking for that speed off half back. You want that overlap so he can turn a play or a short kick into a 100-metre play with his speed, with that overlap and his long kick.
Has he trained there all summer?
For a fair chunk of it. He's probably that back half player. He's probably played a little bit of wing and on ball, but we like to get the ball in his hands around that half back line.
Ollie, it must be really, you and the playing group must be really feeling for camp considering the injury he went through last year.
Yeah, definitely. He's as Ralph said, had a ripping pre-season, and yeah, it's pretty shattering. But hopefully, we don't know the severity of it. But yeah.
You mentioned the young guys there, Ralph. Given really the keys to the midfield first centre bounce of the game, Tanner, Jai, starting in the centre bounce, Jack Bowe's running in there. Is that going to be a balancing act throughout the year to try and make sure you get the experience and the youth in there, or do you want to give the young guys the keys?
I think that's the right word, the balance in there. We need our bulls in there, we need to win stoppages, but a lot of those guys are very underrated runners on the outside as well as being good stoppage players. So that'll be the key, and what we probably go with round one, just that balance inside. And we feel we've got that with those young guys coming through.
Thoughts on Patrick Dangerfield? I mean, the past week play looked like he really had that sort of speed, power in his game.
Yeah, he's an interesting one, Paddy, because he doesn't seem to look much older. Look, he's been, I think you'd have to ask him, but I've heard that his best pre-season he's had for a long time. Obviously good round the ball, but then we're able to chuck him deep and obviously be pretty dangerous head of the ball.
Ollie, just an embarrassing one to answer here, but when you get a new assistant coach, what does it do for you? I mean, what have you learned particularly this pre-season that's helped you?
No, I've definitely learned a lot. Just the confidence that he gives in all of us forwards up ahead of the ball, and the structure. It hasn't changed too much, but the bits he has changed has been really good for us. And no, we're definitely loving it. I'm speaking on behalf of that forward group, and we all love it, it's been really good.
Why are you more confident, Ollie? What's he done to make you more confident?
Just sort of giving me, I don't know, the license, sort of just talking to me and reassurance and stuff like that. But yeah, giving me more of the opportunity, I guess, and yeah, I've definitely enjoyed it.
So this time last year, Tommy Hawkins was still limping around with the foot. He looked like the Tommy of 4 or 5 years ago today. Is that where he's at? Yeah, I reckon that's right where he's at now. It's been a slower build for Tommy. He hasn't looked like that every training session, but I think that's where he's at the moment. And I think he's still got a bit of improvement. And the whole plan has been around round one. So yeah, been very happy with Tom and how he's going.
It's a feeling among the coaches that you're a little bit ahead of last year, just in terms of play availability and how we get to.
From what I've heard, yeah, obviously with a lot of operations and yeah, a few guys last year probably didn't get on the track as much in pre-season, so that's been probably the biggest tick of the pre-season, that how healthy the guys have been.